In this lesson, we're going to talk about translations. A translation is when you take a shape and basically you slide it. Okay. Now we're going to slide it. Each translation will have two movements. Right? We have a left or right, then an up or down movement. Okay. Each translation has a rule. There's two types of rules. There's a vector rule, which looks like this. Okay. And for example, if that vector rule said 2, -3, that would mean that the shape slides to the right 2, and then the second number would be down 3. All right. Next, we have a translation rule. All right. Regular rule looks like this. It'll be x and then plus a number, comma y plus a number. Actually, these also could be minuses. For example, we have x plus 2 and x minus 3. That would be the same rule as before, so it would be right 2 and down 3. All right. And last, we have something called a composition, which is 2 or more translations. Okay. So that would be like 2, -3 for the first one, and then let's say 4, 5 for the second one. Okay, so that would go right 2, down 3, and then it would go right 4, up 5. All right. So let's try some examples. Here we have a graph with some points on it. What we're going to do is we're going to find the image of t under the translation described by the vector 2, 3. So that means we're going to start at t and we're going to go right 2 and then up 3 and figure out where that is. All right, so here's t. If I go right 2, up 3, all right, point R would be its image after that translation. Okay. Next, we're going to write a rule. We're going to start at S and go down to U. So here's S, here's U. So to get from S to U, we're going to go left 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be -4 for the first number, and then we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -5. That would be our translation rule from going from S to U. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to write a regular rule to describe the translation from PQRS to its image P prime, Q prime, R prime, S prime. So it looks like this original shape in black moved to the left and then up. We just have to figure out a rule for that. So my rule is set up like this. If I just look at one of the points, let's say I look at P. P went left 1, 2, 3, 4. So left 4 would be x minus 4, and then it went up 1. So it would be y plus 1. And as you can see, that rule applies to each point. Left 4, so left 4, up 1. And the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to use the rule to translate the shape and figure out its image's coordinates. So first, if I look, the point L would be -6, -1. M would be -4, -3, and N would be -1, -1. So if I apply these two rules to each coordinate, I'm going to have the image coordinates. So L prime, M prime, N prime. So if I add 7 to each x, that's going to give me my new x coordinate for each point. So -6 plus 7 is +1. -4 plus 7, again, I'm just adding 7. -4 plus 7 is 3. And -1 plus 7 is 6. And then I'm going to subtract 1 from the y coordinates. -1 minus 1 is -2. -3 minus 1 is -4. -1 minus 1 is -2. So if I plot these new points right here, okay, I'm going to have my image. So L goes from -6, -1. It moves right 7, down 1. So it ends up at 1, -2, right here. M goes from -4, -3 to 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, be right here. So here's L prime, M prime, N would be at 6, -2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -2 would be here. There's N prime. So as you can see, when I connect those, you see that triangle translated to the right 7 and then down 1. In our last example, we have a real-world situation. We have this person, Yolanda Perez. She's visiting San Francisco. From her hotel, she walks 4 blocks east and 4 blocks north. So I'm going to write that as a vector. 4 blocks east, if you look at a compass, north, east, south, west. East would be positive, so 4 blocks east and 4 blocks north would be positive. So 4, 4 be your first translation. All right. Then she walks 5 blocks west and 3 blocks north. Okay. 5 blocks west would be -5, and 3 blocks north would be +3. Now, how many blocks is she from her original starting point, which was her hotel? So all I'm going to do is just add these together. 4 plus -5 is -1. 4 plus 3 is 7. So she's -1, which means she's 1 block west and 7 blocks north. Those are our examples for translations. Hope you got everything out of the lesson, and have a good day.